Flames devoured the number 17 car as it careened into the barrier.
The steering's gone. This isn't an accident. Someone did this.
Teenage Ryo could only watch as the fire consumed everything he loved. He ran until the heat forced him back, his screams swallowed by the roaring flames. 5 years later, the scar remained raw. At his father's grave, Ryo felt only unanswered questions. Then, an anonymous package arrived. Inside, a scorched piston and a folded note. The note read, "Your father was murdered." The crash was no accident.
I always knew it wasn't an accident. Now I'll prove it. I'll make them pay.
That night, Ryo didn't sleep. He began to plan, to train, to forge a new identity. He would become Ghost, an anonymous Avenger on the track, racing for the truth. The underground circuits were brutal, a proving ground for those with nothing left to lose.
This is where I earn my reputation. They will notice me.
With a deafening roar, the black car crossed the finish line, leaving every rival in its dust. Footage of the mysterious driver spread fast. It reached the very top of Kano Racing.
A driver who never removes his helmet. Find out who he is. I want him in my team.
Within days, a sealed envelope arrived at Ryo's address, an invitation to join Kano Racing. The letter read, "Kano Racing extends an invitation to the driver known as Ghost. Prove yourself and earn a permanent seat."
This is my chance. I will tear them apart from the inside.
He accepted without hesitation. The Ghost was now a Kano Racing driver, but the mask hid more than his face. It concealed the son of the man they had murdered. The day had come. Ghost walked through the towering glass doors of Kano Racing into the Viper's nest.
Welcome. I've been following your races. You have potential if you can follow orders.
In the garage, he was introduced to the team's lead mechanic. Young, but her eyes missed nothing.
So you are the mysterious Ghost. Don't expect special treatment just because you wear a mask.
Kano led him to the simulator to test his skills, a high-pressure evaluation watched by the entire team.
This is just like the setup Dad built. I can feel his hands guiding mine.
His lap times are exceptional. He drives like he's been racing for decades.
The simulator can't replicate real fear, but it's the best teacher. My father taught me that.
Those words, they sound exactly like Kenji-san. Could this driver be connected to him?
Excellent. You'll race our new prototype next season. Don't let me down, Ghost.
After the test, the garage fell quiet. May found Ghost alone, watching the prototype.
I need to ask you something. The way you drive, it reminds me of someone. You mentioned your father. Did he teach you everything you know?
She's on to me. But if she knew Dad, maybe she's not an enemy.
I was Kenji-san's junior mechanic. His death was no accident. I've always known it.
She handed him a creased photo, a younger May beside a smiling Kenji, both in the same garage.
You are right. I am here to find the truth. Will you help me?
I've been waiting for someone to ask. We'll find the proof together.
Later that night, Ryo explored the upper floors. A heavy door marked server room loomed near Kano's office.
That's where they keep the records. If there's evidence, it's inside there.
At midnight, Ryo used May's keycard on the server room lock. The heavy door slid open with a soft hiss. He plugged a flash drive into the main terminal, copying encrypted maintenance logs and part replacement records.
These dates. A major part swap was logged the day before Dad's crash. That's not on the official report.
Footsteps echoed in the hallway. A security guard was approaching. Ryo yanked the drive and ducked behind a rack. He slipped out as the guard turned the corner, heart pounding. The stolen data was safe for now. The next day, Ryo took the prototype out for a test drive. Sunlight glinted off the pristine machine. He pushed the car hard into the first corner, but the brake pedal sank to the floor without resistance.
No brakes. This isn't a malfunction. Someone cut the lines.
The car careened into the tire barrier. Metal screamed and the world went dark for a moment. When Ryo climbed out, bruised but alive, he saw the severed brake line. This was a warning, or an execution. Ryo strode to Kano in the pit lane, anger barely contained beneath the helmet.
Someone cut the brake line. This wasn't mechanical failure. It was sabotage.
Calm down. These things happen in racing. It was a remote era, nothing more. Speaking of which, your background. You mentioned your father. Where did you race before?
Overseas circuits. He was a private instructor. I prefer not to talk about him.
Loyalty is everything here. Remember, accidents can happen to anyone who isn't careful.
Late that night, Rio brought the flash drive to May in a secluded corner of the garage.
I cracked a portion of the logs. It shows a part swap authorization with Kano's digital signature, dated the day before your father's crash.
So Kano signed off on it himself. He didn't just know, he ordered it.
It was a piece of the puzzle, but not enough to expose the full truth. They still needed the entire picture.
The part number traces back to a local supplier. He might know who ordered it.
Under a gray sky, Rio and May drove to the industrial district. The address led to a rusted warehouse. The warehouse door hung ajar. Inside, a single lamp flickered over a motionless figure on the floor. The supplier was dead, a wrench near his hand. A staged suicide, or a message.
Look, a note. He knew this was coming.
The scrawled words, "Kano ruined us all. He made me do it. I cannot live with the guilt."
He was the last witness. Kano covered his tracks again.
Back at HQ, Kano approached Ghost with an unreadable smile, holding an ornate envelope.
A private gala for our sponsors. Attendance is mandatory for my star driver.
Is this a trap or a test? Either way, I can't refuse.
The gala was a sea of wealth and pretense. Rio, in a borrowed tuxedo, kept to the edges.
Your sponsorship is worthless. After this season, you won't have a team left.
He destroys anyone in his way. And I am standing right in the middle of his game.
A woman in black glided beside him and pressed a cold object into his palm, a whisper close to his ear. "This is what you need." Expose him. By the time he turned, she had vanished into the crowd. Only the drive remained. Later, in May's apartment, Rio handed her the drive. Her eyes widened as she plugged it in. A video file opened, distorted but audible. A mechanic's voice asked, "How do you want it done?" Kano's reply was clear. "Make it look like engine failure. No trace." The rest was encrypted.
Engine failure. The exact same words from that day. But who gave us this?
May worked through the night, but the encryption was military grade. Only a snippet played clearly.
The full file needs a decryption key, a physical one, not software.
Then that key must be somewhere inside Kano's reach.
I've seen him use a small safe in his office. He keeps personal items there. It's our only shot.
Before they could plan, the intercom at Kano Racing blared a company-wide announcement.
Next week marks the anniversary of a legend's passing. We will honor Kenji's memory with a memorial exhibition race, and our newest driver, Ghost, will lead the pack. It's only fitting.
He's forcing me to race on the day he killed my father. This is a sick game.
The race was 6 days away. They had one chance to break into Kano's office and retrieve the key before then.
We'll get that key, and when we do, we'll play his confession for the whole world at that very race.
The following days blurred into a gauntlet. Kano ordered Ghost through high-risk drills, pushing the car past its limits.
Faster. Ghost. Show me you are willing to bleed for this team.
He's testing my loyalty. If I refuse, I am disposable. If I crash, I am dead.
In the garage, a junior mechanic fumbled a camshaft install. Ryo stepped in, adjusting it with a familiar, perfect rhythm. From the observation window, Kano's gaze hardened. That technique, Kenji's trademark.
Interesting. Where did a masked rookie learn that?
I've studied classic techniques. No secret.
That was too close. The banquet is tomorrow night. We steal the key then.
I'll slip away during the toast. Once I have the key, we unlock the full video.
One chance. If he was caught now, the cover would be blown, and his father's murder would stay buried forever. The pre-race banquet was a gilded cage. Ryo watched Kano clink glasses, waiting.
Now, while he's drunk on power,
He slipped into the corridor and climbed the stairs to the dark executive floor. The lock to Kano's office gave way with a practiced touch. A portrait of a past champion concealed the safe. He spun the dial, hand trembling. The safe door swung open. Inside, a USB drive and a folder. Rigging evidence, race fixing, murder. The room exploded with light. Kano stood in the doorway, a cruel smile on his face.
You drive just like him. I should have ended your line 5 years ago. From his coat, he revealed a tablet. May, bound and terrified, lose the race, or she dies tonight.
He has May. I am cornered, but I still have the key.
The memorial race roared to life. Ghost surged ahead, the black car a phantom on the track.
But then the tablet image seared his mind. May, terrified. He eased off the throttle.
One by one, competitors streamed past. The crowd murmured, confused by the sudden slump.
This is what he wants, but every fiber screams to fight, to honor my father's name.
On the final lap, a sharp ping echoed from the engine bay. Smoke curled from the hood.
Sabotage. He never planned to let me finish the race. Kano's word is worthless.
Flames exploded from the rear. The car fishtailed, tires screeching against the asphalt. The barrier rushed up. Glass shattered. Rio kicked the door and rolled free as the wreck ignited.
He broke the deal. He wants me dead, and May too if I don't act fast.
The crowd screamed. But through the smoke, Ghost rose, not a victim, an Avenger with nothing left to lose. An hour later, Rio stumbled into an abandoned warehouse loft where May was already waiting, her ropes cut.
I got free when the guards panicked. Are you okay? There's something I have to tell you. I sent that first package. I've been waiting for Kenji's son to come.
You set this all in motion. I am grateful. Now, let's finish it.
Rio inserted the decryption key. The screen flickered, then displayed the full video file. A crisp image appeared. Kano in his office, speaking to the mechanic. The timestamp matched the night before the crash. Kano's recorded voice. Swap out the engine bolts with these defective ones. Make it look like a standard failure.
We have everything now, the full confession. But I hear engines outside. Kano's men are here.
No time to run. We have to broadcast this now or die trying.
The door rattled with heavy pounding. The wolf was at the door, and the only weapon left was the truth. They slipped through a rear window as the door splintered. Into the alley, hearts pounding, they vanished.
I need Kano to admit it on tape. Without a backup, he'll claim the video is fake.
Before dawn, Rio approached the darkened garage. Hidden beneath his jacket, a recorder was already running.
I know about the engine bolts. The defective ones you ordered for Kenji's car 5 years ago.
You are more persistent than your father. Yes, I killed him, and I'd do it again. No one crosses Shinji Kano.
That's it, the full confession. Now I just need to get out alive.
But as he turned, headlights flashed. Kano's men seized May from the shadows and threw her into a van. Minutes later, Ryo's phone buzzed. A video message, May gagged in a dark room, a timer ticking beside her.
He wants me to choose, my life for hers. There's only one answer.
The message was clear. Race at midnight in a rigged car, or she dies. Ghost had no choice but to put his life on the line. One final time, midnight. The track lay silent, floodlights cutting through a moonless sky. Ghost walked onto the asphalt alone.
Welcome to your final performance. This car has a special feature. A bomb trigger linked to the speedometer. Drop below 180 kilometers per hay hour, and you'll join your father in flames.
May was dragged to the pit wall, bound and gagged, her eyes wide with terror. Kano nodded to the guards.
Drive until I say stop. If you try anything, she dies instantly. Now get in.
Rio slid into the cockpit. The dashboard glowed with a digital altimeter ticking down, synced to his speed.
A bomb. He's forcing me to race at deadly speed, with May as his hostage.
The engine roared to life. In the pit lane, May's muffled scream mixed with the thunder of exhaust.
I have the recorded confession in my pocket. If I die, the truth dies with me. I can't let that happen.
The needle climbed past 200. The timer steadied. Ghost raced not for victory, but for a miracle. Through the spray of speed, the VIP booth came into focus. Kano stood at the glass, a glass of champagne in hand.
This is the only way. The bomb will blow anyway. If I turn now, the truth won't die with me.
His hand left the gear shift and pressed the hidden recorder. The device was still capturing every second.
I'll switch the radio to the public address channel. Let the whole world hear his confession.
The radio crackled to life, now linked at every speaker in the arena. His voice would reach everyone.
Listen, Kano. This is for my father, Kenji. You murdered him for insurance money.
In the VIP booth, Kano's champagne glass shattered on the floor. His confident smirk twisted into disbelief. Ryo wrenched the steering wheel. The black car veered off the track, tires smoking, aimed at the glass-fronted booth.
May, I am sorry. Dad, I did it. The truth is out.
Time collapsed into a single frozen instant. The car became a bullet, and the world held its breath. The car erupted through the glass. Shards sprayed like diamonds, and the steel frame screamed. In the chaos, the dark helmet was ripped free. It tumbled end over end, visor catching the floodlights. Ryo was thrown clear, skidding across the asphalt. Blood matted his hair, but his eyes blazed fury.
The mask is gone. Let them see, let him see.
In the splintered booth, Kano gaped. The face of the ghost was the face of his sin.
I am Ryo, son of Kenji, the man you murdered for greed.
The crowd erupted. Whispers became a roar. The ghost was a son, not a specter. May, still bound, screamed through her gag. Tears of relief and terror mixed on her cheeks.
No more secrets. Now, the world will hear your confession, Kano.
The mask was off. The identity revealed. But the final reckoning had only just begun. Police sirens pierced the night. In the pit lane, May had freed one hand and triggered a silent alarm. Ryo ignored the blood. He plugged his phone into the race control console and hit play. Kano's recorded voice thundered. I ordered the engine sabotage. Kenji was a loose end, and insurance paid well. The confession filled every speaker. The crowd's murmur died into a horrified silence.
Shut that off. This is fabricated.
Run, Kano. But everyone already knows the truth.
The playback continued. Swap the bolts yourself. If anyone asks, it was standard failure. No one will question. That sealed it. Murmurs turned to shouts of murderer and arrest him. Police flooded the track. Officers sprinted toward the pit lane, handcuffs glinting under the floodlights. Kano was cornered. The confession had played for all to hear. Premeditated murder. Undeniable. 2 officers tackled Kano to the ground. His screams were curses, his empire dust. The giant screen flickered. Kenji's smiling face appeared, captioned, "Justice for Kenji."
My father was murdered. This man ordered the sabotage for insurance money.
The crowd rose as one. A wave of applause and weeping swept the grandstands. May, freed from her restraints, ran to Ryo through the wreckage and threw her arms around him. Cameras flashed from every angle. The confession was already broadcasting live to millions.
You'll regret this. I'll bury every one of you.
We did it, Dad. They know the truth.
Yet even as justice dawned, the weight of his father's absence settled into a hollow ache. The trial would come. But tonight, a son had kept his promise to his father. Days blurred in a sterile hospital room. Ryo stared at the ceiling, bandages wrapped across his chest.
You scared everyone. The doctors said you were lucky to survive.
I did what I had to, but it feels hollow. He's still gone.
Revenge won't bring him back, but he knows you fought for him. He's watching, Ryo.
On the wall-mounted screen, a news anchor called him a hero. The words felt like lead.
They see a hero. I just see an empty chair at the dinner table.
Your father would be proud. He always said you had his fire. Don't let it turn to ash.
I need to let go of this hate. He wouldn't want me to carry it.
Outside the window, rays of sunlight pierced the clouds. The storm was passing. He wasn't whole yet, but the path forward, free of the mask, was finally visible. A week later, Ryo stood before his father's grave as the sun dipped behind the hills. He knelt and laid the scorched piston on the grass, then placed the photo of Kano's arrest.
Dad, I found the truth. It took 5 years, but it's done. Everyone knows. Shinji Kano will pay for what he did to you.
For a long moment, he allowed himself to weep, tears held back since that fiery night. A sudden breeze rustled the leaves. Ryo felt a warmth on his shoulder, as if a hand rested there. In his mind's eye, Kenji stood beside him, smiling that familiar, kind smile.
Rio, you have always made me proud. Now go live, my son.
I did it, Dad. I kept my promise.
The wind stilled. The first star appeared. Ryo remained kneeling, lighter than he had felt in years. Months later, under a bright spring sky, a blue race car without a ghost emblem rolled onto the grid. Inside, Ryo wore an open-faced helmet. No mask, no secrets, only the son of Kenji. The lights went green. Engines roared, but Ryo's focus was on the way ahead. Smooth, precise, free, lap after lap. He carved through the field. Not for revenge, but for joy. The checkered flag waved. Ryo crossed the finish line first, his name echoing from the grandstands. On the podium, he lifted the trophy with one hand, the other holding his helmet to his chest.
This one's for you, Dad.
The crowd's roar softened as his message, unspoken, filled the air. The camera panned up to the clear blue sky, a single contrail streaking across the sun. Engine, Sabotage, killed him. But the sun returned, not as a ghost, but as a racer who fulfilled his father's dream.